And it's all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Yakar, Rakatam, the Bahanas, to the apostle of Great Stone, and all the brethren I with the work sincerely and truth. Shalom. This is Tazawar from James, Jamaica, coming with you with a lesson called the Eaters of the Truth. Now, why I chose this lesson is that and oftentimes I realize I reason with Jake in overall, and I realize a lot of them, our zeal, or should I say, going to church, or so them basically them follow God. So, but when I really reason with them on a level reasoning, you realize they're not really following the scripture, and they're not really coming off the scripture. Overall, they're following a religion, or they're following something that they cooked up in their head, or what they previous heard from their foreparents, or what they heard from pastor, such as things like they save already, or stuff like that, or. But when you really bring it from the scripture standpoint, you realize, or should I say, them realize, or I think them realize that they're not really in line with the scriptures. Now, when they realize that, their answer is, or their feedback is, them are them thing, or them own thing. Seeing, or them are they not really go for the Bible based off of what them say, or what I get from them. Seeing, so overall, they may have a zeal for the Most High, but they realize it's not account of the truth. It's not account of the scripture, so they are going for their own ignorance, their own ways, not knowing that them actually doing evil where they stand. So I think I can safe to say that a large percentage of people actually don't know what they're doing. Very large percentage of don't know what the hell they're worshiping, or who they're worshiping, or what they actually, or where them information actually comes from. And if you were to question them, they realize a lot of the things that they're saying they're doing in the name of Christianity, or whatever religion they're doing, they realize it's not in line with the scriptures, because it's far from the scriptures, their reasoning. Now, I was reading with a particular person the other day, and actually they said bluntly that they're actually doing their thing. They're not following the scriptures. They said bluntly. Right? And at the same time, they're saying that they must follow God, or they want to be a Christian. I understand, but they're saying they're not following the scriptures. Now, in my mind, I'm saying that kind of weird, or kind of madness, because I think them say a Christian follow the scriptures, then you follow the scriptures, they're not coming from the scriptures, but yet they want to be a Christian. Just count to what they're saying, the way all them say Christian to get the doctrine from. But anyway, without further ado, let me go step into it. This is Romans 10:1. So, brethren, my heart desire prayer to God for Israel. For Israel is that they may be saved. So, Paul basically, want the whole Israel to be saved. Right? 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal. And we all know a zeal. Everybody want to serve God. Right? They have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. No. They have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Now, we come deep in the scripture and say, oh, the zeal go. When you come on to the Most High, all the zeal go, or all the knowledge go, right? By having the zeal for the Most High, you're with the Most High. What type of knowledge that require? Understand? How you get the knowledge? This is Proverbs 1 and 5. Let me start from 5 up front just to make sure, just to read them. Alright, this is 1 and 5. A wise man will hear and increase learning. That's the first thing. Saying talk less, listen more, increase learning. A wise man will hear and increase learning. A man of understanding shall attain to wise counsel. Now, none of them now really about a wise counsel. So that rule out already. To understand a proverbs and interpretation, that words of the wise and their dark saying. 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. No, that's how you attain knowledge. Alright. By the fear of the Most High. Now we can actually safe to say them don't fear the Most High, because in order to fear the Most High, you will have to know the Most High. So we can safe to say they don't know the Most High, because they don't fear Him. Because if they would have feared Him, they would have seek knowledge, and by obtaining knowledge, you understand that most of the garbage you're saying is actually garbage. Right? Okay. 7 again. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So right there, the scriptures clearly call you a fool, because you despise wise instruction. Because if somebody gonna come to you with the scripture and try to teach us certain things out of it, I think it's safe to listen and to try and understand what really saying, if is that the direction you planning on to or this is the what I must say, this is the guideline you want to go after. If you want to say you want to serve the Most High, the scripture or the truth supposed to be a guideline, not your own thoughts, not your own thinking, not your own words, not your own interpretation. See, but the scripture, right? So the beginning of knowledge is the fear of the Most High, which is to obey the laws and statutes of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Shai. Right? 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Basically, the scriptures. So basically, to make you know that, hey, obey the words. See, this are all instruction, everything lies. Like I said, they feel like that the Bible is too harsh. So by listening to scripture, it cut too deep. One, it will correct you and make you do something the way you feel say it right. It will show them up. Some of the things them where you're gonna do, people probably look down on you. You're not gonna want to do them because you still seek fame, right? The things them where the scripture really show up is the stuff them will condemn this world, this whole entire system that we live in, and that is the thing that you don't want to, you do not want to separate from. So we can see for self you're not really following nothing concerning the scripture, or which you said, or many people who do know. So they actually follow their own ways, their own instruction and instruction of their pastors and the universities and the institutions. So they're not really following the scriptures, but at the same time they say they have a zeal of God, or they're following God, but not according to scripture. Alright. Back to Romans 10 and let me start to again. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.